Wahalam. Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakwakadash. The blood to that plus with a great millstone. The one to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways, Lord, to the Spirit of God. All around the world, to the Spirit of God, my Lord, Yahushai. So, what I'm going to get into, is, we're living in the last days, things are starting to happen. Prophecy is definitely coming to pass. And, there's a lot of things that's going to go down in these last days, I want to talk about. A brother, posted up a video on his page with this pastor going into, the things that he saw, like he had a vision, that he saw, a lot of people dying, and that's going into the time of Jacob's trouble, because we're definitely in the time, we're definitely fastly approaching the time of Jacob's trouble. And the main targets that are going to be targeted, within Jacob's trouble are you tribes, you so-called blacks, West Indians, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians. Y'all going to be the main target, Y'all going to be the ones that will be targeted. Because, the powers that be have an agenda. And that agenda is to wipe you Jakes from off the face of the earth. Going back all the way to the womb. Between Jacob and Esau. So these times that are coming are going to be very crucial times. These times are going to be very crucial and very brutal. Because Esau, when he comes down, he's not going to spare nobody. No pity. Yeah, no pity on Let me get it. Because in this dream with this pastor, what he was describing, he was actually describing the times that we're living in. Because one thing that he said in the dream was that he's seen Russian and Chinese soldiers invading America. And what they were doing was that they were hemming people up. They were hemming people up and throwing people in concentration camps. Detention centers. Which that's actually accurate, because right now you've got Chinese mercenaries that are really in this country right now that are actually training. Because years ago, somebody put up a video that there was a trucker that was delivering food to a camp, which was 60 miles south from I believe Dallas, Texas. There was a trucker that was delivering food and goods to a camp that was full of Chinese soldiers. And really what they are, they're actually Chinese mercenaries, really. Because they're going to take part in hemming people up in that New World Order. You know, which is no different, because in the dream that pastor said that he didn't see, he did not see U.S. forces doing it. That he didn't see U.S. He hardly even seen any U.S. forces in that time. Well, in the dream that he was talking about. You know, Shalom, you know, he didn't see any U.S. soldiers. He only saw Russian and Chinese soldiers that were just rounding people up and hemming people up and throwing people in concentration camps and killing people. You know? So that's accurate, because this trucker, he said that he was delivering food and goods to this camps that was full of Chinese soldiers. So these Chinese personnel, these Chinese mercenaries are here, and it's really no different, because this is really nothing new. Because you know, the elder Apostle Rakar was going into this. You know, he mentioned the movie Sleepy Hollow. You know, and then in that movie Sleepy Hollow, you had the Headless Horseman. You know, that was coming against the regiment of the government. You know, the Patriots or whatever. But really, what that Hellish Horseman was, he was actually a German mercenary, really, that was hired by the U.S. government, you know what I'm saying, to come against their own people, to enforce certain laws and regulations on their own people. Because the British government, you know, they said that they weren't going to fight against their own brethren over here. So what happened was that they hired this German mercenary, you know what I'm saying, from another country to come in and do the dirty work. You know? So really what that Headless Horseman was, he was nothing but a mercenary that was hired by the government, the powers that be, to enforce, you know, their agenda. And it's no different than today, you know? With these Russian soldiers coming in and these Chinese soldiers, they're nothing but mercenaries that are hired by the powers that be to enforce, to be the enforcers of that New World Order. You know? So that's what that pastor saw. That's what he was seeing in that dream. You know? Because these soldiers, they're nothing but mercenaries. Let me get a precept real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 71. And it reads, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." So when these Chinese soldiers and these Russian soldiers come in, they're not going to spare nobody. Because the scripture says that they should be like madmen, sparing none. You know? So that they're not going to have no mercy upon anybody, you know, when they come in. You know, you got this Noah right here smiling like this shit is funny. But it ain't going to be funny in that day. When they grab you up and hem you up and toss you head first in a detention center. When there's no food. And another thing that pastor was describing, that, you know, it was dark as hell. You know, there was no electricity. There was no cars running. There was nothing working. You know?
We in that time, man. We in that time. But say Esau knows the U.S. troops ain't going to throw their own concentration. Yeah, because his whole plan is to enact that New World Order. Because a lot of these soldiers, they actually care about the people. You know what I mean? These other UN troops and all that shit, they don't give a damn about you American citizens. They don't live by, they wasn't raised here. They don't have any emotional attachment to this place. That's right. You know?
Yeah, that's why, going back to what Elder Apostle Rakar was going into, that movie Sleepy Hollow. You know? Because that Headless Horseman, he was nothing but a German mercenary that was hired by the powers that be to come in and to enforce and to to do the dirty work.
They put a demonic spell on him so that he would start killing people.
That's right. You know?
They put a demonic spell on him.
So it's no different than these UN soldiers, you know? These Chinese soldiers. You know? So they're not gonna give a damn or give a they're not gonna give a fuck about these people out there. Because they hate America anyway. These Russians, these Chinese, they hate America. They don't like America. They hate you American people.
Nobody likes America.
You know? So it's gonna be nothing for them to come in and start hemming, you know, especially Jake. Now, especially you tribes on the sign right here. Y'all gonna be the main targets. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native and Seminole Indians.
You don't want to comply with the chip. You don't want to comply with all this. And they're going to use the troops, man, against you people.
That's right.
Because the government, the white man, he already had his fill with America. America has run its course. The cash cow of the elites, America has already run its course, man. So they don't care about the Constitution no more. They don't care about the Constitution.
Well, what did George Bush said?
It's nothing but a piece of paper.
He said it's nothing but a piece of paper. This is George Bush. This is George W. Bush saying this.
Daddy Bush.
You know? And Bush Jr. You know?
They say the Constitution ain't nothing more than a piece of paper. The Bill of Rights.
Yeah, it's nothing on there.
The so-called Bill of Rights ain't nothing but a joke right now, you know? Nothing but a joke. But they're going to show you how much they care about that Bill of Rights.
And also too that a brother too, like from LA, he had a similar dream like that pastor was describing in his dream. You know? And he was describing the time of Jacob's trouble. You know, mainly he saw these Chinese troops coming up against Jake, you know, like these soldiers, you know, really coming up against the tribes, you know, that the brother had dreamed in a dream. He said Jake was trying to shoot back at these soldiers, you know, but he said that the bullets, weren't even penetrating them. He said that they had on these suits, you know, which was body armor, that the bullets weren't even penetrating them, you know? Because that's how they're gonna roll up on you, Jake. They're gonna be wearing these body armor suits. Jake gonna try to, you know, shoot, you know? But the bullets ain't gonna pierce them. You know? It was like back when like there was this time when back years ago, you know, I was gonna get some wine, you know what I'm saying, at the liquor store you know, this was around like 10 at night. You know, it seemed like an ordinary night, you know. You know, I was just gonna go get a bottle of wine and just, you know what I'm saying, and you know, and drink the night off of it, right? So as I was going to the liquor store, I seen a cop or whatever, you know what I'm saying, was trying to block a car, you know what I'm saying? So this cop got in front of this car, was blocking his car in, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, I seen mad cops just come out of nowhere surrounding this car, you know, yelling at the dude to open up the door. And next thing you know, it like, the whole street was just full of cops, you know? I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm trying to get in the liquor store, these cops running up on me, you know? And there was this one cop, he was dressed, this motherfucker was literally dressed from head to toe, you know what I'm saying? In this suit, in this like juggernaut suit that he was wearing. He couldn't even fucking walk properly. He was all stretching the motherfucker couldn't even walk. This is how fucking thick that suit that he had on was. And he's coming at me, you know, armed to the teeth. You know, what the fuck is this? You know? But that's how they gonna roll up on you, Jake, you know?
Good for you.
You know, they're gonna have these juggernaut suits, you know, you're gonna try to shoot, and the bullets ain't gonna penetrate them.
said, good for you niggas. Good for you that you get a foot up your ass. The Lord said that, like the brother said, you know what I'm saying? These troops don't come at you like that. The Lord said that Esau doesn't wield the sword in vain. You know what I'm saying? You niggas are a bunch of degenerates.
You can do whatever you want.
You're a bunch of degenerates, man. You know? All the tribes, the Mexican, the Negro, the West Indian, the Haitian, no matter what it is, they're all bugging the fuck out. They all deserve a foot up their ass, man.
Yeah, because, let me say this too. The level of pride on you Jakes, bro, is through the roof, you know? Not just on you Jakes, but this country. Like the level of pride in this country is just through the roof. You know, and it reached onto the heavens, you know, it reached onto the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So like the brother said, you Jakes, you're gonna get a foot up your ass sideways.
That's rebellious children.
Because you don't want to take heed, you don't want to listen, you know. Because here it is, we've been out here, you know what I'm saying? We've been out here from the head apostles on down. We've been out here for many years now, warning you. But you Jakes, you ain't listening. You ain't taking heed.
There's no fear of the Most High before their eyes. That's the core and root of the problem. They don't fear the Most High. The Most High is not at all in their thoughts. And every week, you know what I'm saying, every day, damn near, you know what I'm saying, when we're doing our videos, we always getting on the same topics, same things over and over, because you niggas don't get it. You don't understand it. And the Lord said, give him no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise on the earth. In Isaiah 62. So, you know, we tell you the same things over and over, even though we know you're not going to hear us because you didn't hear the Lord. So you're going to hear us. You ain't going to hear us. But you're going to hear the mouth of the damn devil. You're going to listen to what he got to say because of his money. Okay? Because of perceived clout or whatever the hell this devil got. Fuck this devil. You're going to go down right with this devil. The 2/3 of our people, they're going to go right down with this goddamn devil. But they're a bunch of fucking weirdos. You just look at them and they just disgust me, man. You know what I'm saying? Our own people disgust me. We're not here to save all the tribes of Israel. We're only here to save the elect. And that's it. Everybody else will help seal the elect. That's it. We can't save nobody. We just give the word. The Lord does the healing. The Lord does the healing, man. But yeah, man, the time is short. And the time of fucking around and playing games and being an asshole, that time is over and done for. You know, the time of being a damn Baptist, a Christian, you know what I'm saying? Into Islam or into whatever it is that you're into. And you go back to these tribes saying that time is over. Guess what?
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. Now let me start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings or princes. The course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, but because of their pride, you see, because of their pride, you know, what month are we in? They call this Pride Month, right? You know, they got the gay flags, you know, the pride flags are all hanging all over the place. You know, homosexuality. You know, like we just did last week, pride going forth the destruction, right? So it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall not have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And like as that pastor, you know, as he was describing in the dream, he saw people coming up against one another, you know. He saw people trying to steal, was stealing cars, you know, trying to steal rims from cars. He saw people was stealing food. He saw people robbing other people, you know, with guns, running up on people, robbing people. He saw people trying to was forcibly taking goods from other people. You know, killing people. He saw people standing outside their houses. You know what I'm saying? Shooting at people. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was approaching their houses, he saw people just shooting and clapping people. You know, that's what you're gonna have. You know, you're gonna have men on rooftops too. You're gonna have snipers on rooftops. People with snipers, with rifles. You know, shooting at people. You know, because it all goes back to the scriptures. For the lack of bread, because there was no food. Because once this EMP happens or whatever, it shuts everything down. How are people going to receive the food? Because people rely on these truckers or whatever to come in to bring food in these grocery stores. So when these truckers can't move, you know what I'm saying, the food ain't going to get in the grocery stores. Then you're going to have people that are going to starve. And if a person knows that you got food in their house, in your house, you know, that person is going to go over to your house to try to take the food that you got. Desperate.
Desperate. That's called desperation, man. They're going to be desperate, you know? You think your neighbors or your people are friends, you know what I'm saying? They're not your friends. The average person is like a goddamn animal, cannibal. And when the necessity comes about, your ass gonna see who he really is. They're not as civilized as you think they are. Oh, that's my friend. That's my nigga. That ain't your friend.
Well, look at Hurricane Katrina. What happened in Hurricane Katrina? There it is. You thought, Jake thought, you know, that their white friends was buddy with him. But once all hell started breaking loose, there was no food. You know, these Edomites, they ain't give a fuck about you Jakes. As a matter of fact, they were shooting you Jakes down in the street. So also that true nature of Esau is going to come out too. You know, Esau is going to show his horns in that day. You know, you think Esau, you Jakes think Esau's your friend? You could learn a thing or two, you know, from that whole Hurricane Katrina situation. You know, you can learn a thing or two from that. Because when that time comes, Esau, he's gonna show his horns. He's gonna start killing you Jakes out there. You know? But that was another vision that the pastor saw in his dream. You know, people rising up against people, trying to take their goods, trying to steal whatever they had, their food. You know?
Yeah, all hell breaking loose, man. All hell, societal collapse, man. Societal collapse is on the way. You know? Because the Lord's bringing about a systematic destruction of this society, man. You know what I'm saying? And the elites, they're doing their part to help this place go down. You know what I mean? Because when the elites bring in this disorder and this chaos, they're going to bring in the New World Order, which is going to be by way of the microchip. You know? So when all this hell is breaking loose, they're going to have to bring in the troops to bring in order, to bring in some type of structure, you know? Because the people are going to be fighting each other, niggas against niggas, Asians fighting, all these people fighting. You know what I'm saying? Little cliques grouping up, and the white man going to come in there and talk about something. They created this problem, right? So they're going to bring in that solution, order out of chaos. They're going to bring in the New World Order, the chip and all that, you know, in order to like, stop what's going on, right? But all that's really going to create is the return of our Lord, you know? It's all culminating to the return of our Lord. And the Third World War coming.
That's right.
But that's the time of Jacob's trouble. You got something?
Real quick, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old man shall dream dreams, and your young man shall see visions," you know. So the Lord said he's going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh, you know. So that was the spirit of the Lord that he poured out upon that pastor, you know, that Jake pastor, that the dream that he saw, the prophecy that he saw. Because that was nothing but a vision that he saw, a dream that he saw in his dream. That was nothing but prophecy that he saw, which goes back to the scriptures. The time of Jacob's trouble.
But he's not going to teach it though in his church. He's not going to teach it. You know? Is he going to tell his congregation that that's what's coming? Is he going to say, oh, you know, the white man going to come down with great wrath, and the white man's the devil? Is he going to say that? Most likely not. You know, because he's not one of us. The Lord will give a vision to you know, a normal person. You know, like Balaam and Balak. They wasn't even Israelites. The Lord gave Balaam a vision, man. You know, of the end times. You know, so the Lord will give a vision to an Edomite, man. The Edomite might do a video and be like, oh my God, you know. But then when they express what they see, we come in there and interpret it. That's what that means. That's according to that scripture right there.
Yeah, just like Joseph.
Like Joseph.
When he had that dream, when the king or whatever at that time, when he had that dream about the 7 fat cows, you know what I'm saying, and the 7 skinny cows, you know what I'm saying. Joseph was the one. Joseph was the one to interpret it, you know, by way of the butler or whatever. Because when Joseph was in the pit, was in the jail cell, I think it was the butler and who else? It was the butler and the other dude.
I don't remember right now.
So I think the butler, he ended up serving the king, and the other dude, he ended up getting put to death. So he was able to interpret both of their dreams, you know. So pretty much, you know, when the Most High gave the vision to the king or whatever, to the Pharaoh at that time, you know, the butler remembered Joseph, you know what I'm saying, because he interpreted his dream. So that's when the king brought forth, gave the order, the decree to bring forth Joseph, and he was able to interpret the dream to the king, to the Pharaoh. You know? So these dreams that these pastors or whatever are having, like the brother, you know what I'm saying, that posted the video up on his page, you know, we are the men to interpret those dreams because we understand them. And we know that it's prophecy coming to pass. Because even that pastor, he was like, he couldn't understand what he saw in the dream. You know? Because he said he woke up one time, he woke up, you know, out of the dream, and then a little short after a while later, he fell back asleep and the dream continued to happen. But this time he said that it was a whole lot worse, you know what I'm saying? The second time he fell back asleep and saw the dream again, and had the dream again.
Hey, not every dream is a good dream. Not every dream is a sometimes people get dreams to mess them up, and this is a proof, right?
Yeah,
it says Sirach 34:1. It says the hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools. You know, so some of these guys, they get dreams and they think the Lord's dealing with them. You know, I got a vision. The Lord told me to. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord could be deceiving. The Lord could be deceiving that man. You know, certain spirits are deceiving spirits. You know. But that one right there wasn't. That one right there was not. That one was a clear vision of what's about to come.
Right.
You know? And the Lord will give it to certain people to have prophecy be fulfilled. You know. People will fall into a trance. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh my God, I seen this, I seen that. I talked to my grandmother. I talked to this. I talked to this. And they told me that such and such, you know. So sometimes dreams lift up fools, man. Like Esau. Esau had a dream, you know. Esau had a dream of manifest destiny, right? Which eventually became reality, you know. But that lifted him up, man. That lifted him up to become like this, what he is today, you know. Oh, I can take over the earth. I can do this. I can do that. I'm above the Most High, you know. I'm God's chosen people, you know.
But that was all prophecy anyway.
Yep.
Because right now Esau, he's in his blessing. You know, his blessing was to live by the sword, and right now he's living by that sword. You know, he's living out his blessing.
If you could call this bullshit a blessing, you know what I'm saying? This kingdom, this kingdom, Esau's blessing. Everything you see here. You know?
Yeah, so that's his dream, that's his vision. It came to pass. But we're living in a time where he's gonna end up going down. He's about to go down with this society. You know, the Most High is about to bring this devil down.
Imagine like if they did a spin-off of Harry Potter. With Harry Potter.
But this is the time we're living in. We're living in a time, we're fastly approaching the time of Jacob's trouble. You know? Because Jacob's trouble is he's literally right around the corner, literally. But you may have these gainsayers that say, oh, y'all been saying that for years, ain't nothing happened. You know, y'all been out here for many years saying that nothing's happening. Everything is all normal. But you're gonna see. You know? Because this thing, your life could turn upside down suddenly within a split second. You know, this is what you people don't realize, you know? This is what you people don't get, you know. You don't get that your life could turn around suddenly, you know what I'm saying, within a split second. Because they could use an EMP could be launched and could be used and shut everything down within a nanosecond. Then what? Now you got crime that's gonna take place. You got murder that's gonna take place. You know?
Robbery, theft, rape.
All that shit. Yeah.
I'll give you any one of mine.
You know? Because that's what's coming. Because, you know, there was a statistic that said that, you know, birth rates are at an all-time low, you know, within the society. But what do you think is going to be at an all-time high, you know? Murder, killing is going to be at an all-time high. Also, hunger is going to be at an all-time high. No food. No food or water is going to be at an all-time high. You know? Because of the pride of these people. You know, people got so much pride on them. You know? And you heard it here, you heard it from the prophets here, because we are those modern day prophets.
That's 2 Timothy 3:1. And notice also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boastful, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. Right? So perilous times is here. You know? In the end time, perilous times shall come. You know? we're dealing in dangerous times where a man is uncertain about his life and his future. You know, for women, you're uncertain. You don't know you can step outside, you might get grabbed up. You know, and any times we're coming into, man, because you got a bunch of sickos out there. You know? So we living in perilous times, dangerous times. You don't even know you step outside, there's a mass shooter or some shit, man. Look, you send your children to school, you don't know they're coming back. They might get shot by some sicko, man, in the school. All right. Back 20, 30 years ago, you wouldn't have thought like that, right? There wasn't Sandy Hook every 2 weeks. Or, you know what I'm saying? These attacks, these terrorist attacks, man. You know what I'm saying? So-called terrorist attacks. A lot of them are inside jobs, man. By the so-called government, you know. A lot of this shit be staged. You know? They have a lot of information on these damn crisis actors, man. You know, because Esau, he likes to stow a lot of fear into people. You know, like the Most High likes to stow fear in people. Well, Esau, he takes a play out of the Most High's playbook because he tries to be like the Most High, as Scripture says. So he tries to keep the people. Esau tries to keep the people in fear at all times. You know what I'm saying? Fear. Global warming. This, that. You know what I'm saying? All these different things that Esau pushes out there, man. You know, child trafficking, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Mass shooters or bomb threats. You know, you got to keep the people on edge, man. Oh, there's a new pandemic coming. You know, that's what they said. There's a new pandemic coming. Why? Because they already know they're the ones that engineer all this shit, man. These so-called elites of this society. You know what I'm saying?
Because really, what's really going on with this whole pandemic? Well, really, it's not a pandemic; it's a plandemic. You know, that's what it really is. Because it's already been hatched out. You know, years ahead. You know, years before. You know, they already hatched this thing out years before. So when they talk about these things, it's already been pre-planned. You know, from years before. You know, like this pandemic that we just had like 2 years ago. Now they had people take this, you know, take the Beetlejuice, you know, take that pointy thing, you know, which was all an experiment. Because really, one of the elites already revealed it to Aaron Russo already. You know, they said that we have all these planned things it's all nothing but a hoax. So all what you're seeing is nothing but hocus pocus. Because with the pointy thing or whatever this, you know, with this crown Vic, you know what I'm saying, that done took place. Really, all it was, this Crown Vic was nothing but a all it is nothing but a common cold. You know, which a common cold can be easily cured. You know, by using simple remedies like lemon, you know, turmeric, and all of this stuff. But you see, they had the people fooled into taking this Beetlejuice to prevent them from getting. To help them, so to say, but really it wasn't no help. It was really nothing but to speed up your death. You know, it was really a thing of death. You just got a lot of people just dropping dead off of that pointy thing. You know. So here it is, you people, y'all done fell for the okie doke yet again.
Well, this devil has done a great job of making people idiots. These people are a bunch of idiots, man. You know, this so-called white man, he made you a dumbass. He made you soft. He made you soft, stupid. Okay, he made you concerned about shit that doesn't matter. Okay. He's saying the average American doesn't know anything about history, geography. They don't know a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? All they know is sports and fucking hot dogs and being a hoe, you know, being a sodomite. That's what they know. Entertainment. That's the name of the game. America is a big ass entertainment hub for the world. Okay. And all these are just they're just in a mind frame of being fucking entertained, man.
That's right. That's,
you know,
it all goes back to the ancient Roman Empire. You know, they had to keep the people dumbed down. You know, they had to keep the people entertained. You know, it's nothing but bread and circus. That's it. You know, keep the people fed and entertained.
We're fat and entertained, man.
Yeah.
People are fat, man.
Because that's all it is. It's nothing but bread and circus all over again.
That's right.
You know? Because this is why we know that we're living in the ancient Roman Empire. This is the reincarnation of the ancient Roman Empire. You know? Keep the people fed, keep the people fed and entertained. That's it.
Hey, you see how the brother, he didn't say well fed. He said fed, keep them fed. Hey, like a slave, you feed them fucking chow. Like a pig. What do you feed a pig? You feed them chow and shit. And keep them fat and stupid as long as you can have them working. So that's all you need. You just need the people to keep working, keep paying me taxes, keep my lights on, you know what I'm saying? Keep grunts. Because that's what Esau looks at the people. They look at you as grunts. You know? You work these little low jobs, man. You know what I'm saying? Work these low jobs, social workers, all these low jobs that don't make you rich. This society is not meant to make the people rich. It's supposed to funnel money up to the top, up to the 1%. That's where all the money goes. Why do you think you ain't got no money, nigga? You ain't got no money because the elites don't want you to have no money. But if you have some money, it's because your ass is looking.
Well, why you think they're taxing you? Why you think they're taxing you up the ass for? You know? Why you think all these taxes is in place, you know? Property taxes, XL taxes, you know?
You gotta pay for water.
You know, taxing on water, you know?
You gotta pay for electricity.
You know? And all these taxes, you know?
Healthcare.
You know, all these taxes. Why you think they're doing that? You know? They're not doing it for your benefit, they're doing it for their benefit, you know? To keep you down.
To become a so-called U.S. citizen, you gotta pay a bunch of money. You know?
You know?
There's a whole bunch of America's one big ass money grab.
Plus the food that you're eating. The food that you're eating is not healthy food, you know?
But they charge you for it.
Of course, you're subjected to payments. You know, the food that we're eating is not healthy. Here it is, we're eating cloned animals, you know? We're eating food or meat that's cloned.
Even getting an education, bro. So-called getting an education. You want your society to prosper, right? How the hell is your society gonna prosper if your people ain't educated? Most of them don't know how to read right. They don't know how to put together a sentence without fucking using some slang term or something. They don't even know how to punctuate a paragraph the right way. You know what I mean? How to write an essay. How to, you know what I'm saying? This devil doesn't care about the people. He doesn't care about them.
Hey, that's what Nick Rockefeller said to Aaron Russo, right? He told Aaron Russo, why do you care about these people? He said they're just servants, they're just people. They just goyim.
Just goyim.
That's what they said. That's what they look at you as, these people as. Goyim, nothing but goyim.
They don't care about your happiness, your so-called happiness. You know?
This is why the scripture says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Why do you think suicide rates is at an all-time high in this society? You think these elites give a damn?
Yeah, they want more of you people to drop this.
You know?
They want more of you to be miserable. You think they care about your happiness index? They got something called the happiness index. In the countries, America is near the bottom, man, of happiness.
Yeah.
It's close to the bottom, and up top is like the European countries that actually care about their people. You know, like Sweden and shit like that, Switzerland, some countries in the Caribbean. You know, but America ain't nowhere to be seen on that list of prosperous people, countries where their population is fucking happy. Look at these people; they're all depressed because of you white people, so-called white people, because you're the one making the rules.
Well, you're making the rules and you're breaking your own rules. You don't even follow your own rules. That's how much of a hypocrite you damn devils are. You know? There it is with the North American Indians, you know, the tribe of Gad. Y'all made like over 500 treaties and broke every last one. So how can you be trusted? You devils, you can't be trusted. You know? This is why you devils, you got to go down, you know? You got to go into slavery where you belong. Because that's where you belong, in slavery. You know, you have no business ruling this earth. You know, you have no business running this earth. Because look at what you're doing to the earth. You're destroying the earth. You know, with your chemtrails, with your GMO foods, you know, with your lies. You know?
With his industry, cars and trucks and fucking coal plants and nuclear power plants, all that bullshit. Look at the
Yeah, you see this? You see?
Hey, get him on camera.
Idiot!
Get him on camera, man.
That's right. Who's he talking to? He's talking about you devils, man. See?
You want to pay a black guy? He's writing to Jesus? You want
These people are all bugged out. They're all like this guy. They're all bugged out. Some of them are just worse than others. You know?
But you see, he's telling the truth. You see, he's cursing out his own people. You know, he's cursing out the so-called white man.
You know why he's doing it? Because he's a two-time loser. You're going to be a loser in the kingdom, and you're going to be a loser here. Okay? Because there should be no poor so-called white people in it. If this is a righteous society, all you so-called white people should all be rich. You should all be rich. You should all be filthy rich. You should all be living great lives. You shouldn't have one Edomite over there with his nails all messed up, you know, hair all long, poor as hell, nothing to eat. You know?
That's why he's calling you devils hypocrites, you know?
And our kingdom, there's not going to be one poor Israelite, man. Not one poor Israelite. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't be no one for it.
That shows you that this kingdom is a fucked up place. That you so-called people don't even care about your own people. Hey, we actually care about our people, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure they're taken care of. When 2/3 are brought back into the kingdom, we're gonna kick their ass and we're gonna talk shit about them. But we're gonna take care of them. We ain't gonna treat them like you treat the people in West Virginia, man. You leave them niggas alone by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like Detroit, all these different places that the so-called white man's supposed to. This is your country, right? That you killed our people for. Your ass leave them. Like there's parts of this country that are like abandoned. They don't put no money into it. You know what I'm saying? They just leave them. You know? Only the tourist locations is where they put the little money into, you know what I'm saying, to make it look kind of decent, you know, when people come here. But all these other places like rural Montana and all these other like fucking West Virginia, Detroit, Michigan, Flint, Michigan, all that shit, man. You know, Cleveland, all that shit is just a disastrous place to live in. Like those are low standard of places, you know what I'm saying? Those are places where like the people are just neglected and shit, you know? And this white man got a lot of money, man. Why doesn't he invest it? But he could send $5 billion to the small hats over there in the land. He could send $1 billion to Ukraine when you niggas are over here starving. Ukraine shouldn't be none of his business, right? But nah, he don't care about his people. He care about having control over the earth. So he'll spend $800 billion on weaponry every year. You know, the military budget is much more than the homeless people budget. You know what I'm saying? The housing budget. The housing budget, matter of fact, they want people to continue to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? That actually makes them richer. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Going back to the scripture in Proverbs 29:2, you know, because in our kingdom, there's gonna be nothing but pure righteousness,
Prosperity.
you know, prosperity, order.
Look at this society. Is there any prosperity here? There's no prosperity here, bro. You look everywhere you look. Shops closing down. People just like, you know what I'm saying, there's no hope for the future. You know? It's like, what the fuck, you know?
Well, there is no future for this place anyway. The only future that's gonna come is destruction. That's it. Because there's no hope for this place. Because it's hopeless. You know, America's hopeless at the end of the day, because there's no order here. There's no righteousness here. You know, there's nothing but pure wickedness. You know, nothing but pure wickedness that goes on in this society. Pride. You know, like disorder. You know, no order. You know, so this place got to go down, because there is no hope for this place. It's hopeless. You know, the only hope that there is for the elect. You know, the elect of the nation of Israel, and the people on the elect of the people on the sign right here. We have hope. You know, our hope is within the deliverance when our Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua returns. You know, that's our hope.
Yeah, there's no future for this place.
This is GMS Austin, Texas. Shalom, Mak. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. You know, so there is no hope. You know, this place just got to go down. It's just got to go. You know.
It says Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 3. It says, "The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken the word. This word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish." It say, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the whole earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left."
That's right. The curse has devoured the whole earth. You know, because there's nothing but a curse that you see within America. This place is just cursed from the root. You know. This is why them thermonuclear missiles are going to come flying over here to totally cleanse this place. You know, because America is about to get baptized with eternal fire. The Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to baptize America with eternal fire.
Let's say Psalms 137 and 7. "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. You said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone."
That's right. Yeah. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. You know, happy shall he be that taketh the little one and dasheth them against the stones, because that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna take your little babies when you're in slavery. We're gonna take them little infant babies that come out of the womb. We're gonna take them and bash them against the stones. You know. And we're gonna enjoy doing it too. Because like you devils, you enjoyed, you know, feeding our babies to alligators, right? You enjoyed hanging us off of trees, castrating us, you know, burning us, setting us on fire. We're going to have the same pleasure with you devils once we get you in the kingdom. You know, we're going to have that same exact pleasure in killing you and burning you, lighting you on fire.
Yeah. They had a good old time. They had a good old time messing with Jacob. Fucking Jacob. They had a good old time. We're going to have a good old time. The Lord said, happy is he, you know what I'm saying, that rewarded thee as thou hast rewarded us. We're going to reward you. That was the scripture say double. Double onto you. You know? Double onto you. We're going to do double. Hey, that's the spirit. Double. Yeah, I changed it. Yeah, the Lord said happy, man. We're going to be happy. We're going to rejoice. You know? Happy is the man that liveth to see the downfall of his enemies. Isaiah 51:33, it says, "For thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. And it is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come." When the time of the harvest comes, that's when you go to the field and reap and thresh. You know? America is great for the picking. Okay? America is ready for the picking. The Lord is going to allow the angels and Yahweh to get busy on this place. And us, ultimately. So we're going to get our chance to get our lick back too, man. You know, the Lord said, vengeance belongs to me. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. He's going to give us the power to take vengeance, execute vengeance upon the heathen. You know? Upon the heathen, man. You know what I'm saying? All you other nations are heathens, man. Okay? Not just Esau, he's the number one heathen. But you other nations too. You piss us off just like Esau pisses off.
Well, you're helping those forward the affliction.
You help him forward the affliction, man.
You know, you heathens, you know, you're gonna get it too. Because really, you heathens are designed to serve us. No eyes. You know, you heathens are designed to you're gonna serve us. Because you heathens, you be talking shit about us too. You know? Y'all be sitting at your dinner table, you know? It is. That's right.
Yeah, man. This is why we don't like you, niggas. This is why we don't like you, niggas. Jacob's an asshole, bro. They're a bunch of weirdos, man. And they see this thing. I was watching this video from Elder Manaz Zakba. They're saying every time he gets some nigga coming up to the camp, he always like records them and shows them off, shows their folly. All you niggas, you take this thing as a joke, bro. You see this truth bar, and you be laughing. You be like, so transit is right. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, remind me of this nigga at my job, right? Yeah, this nigga at my old job I used to work at, you know, because I used to tell him, you know, back in 2011, because, you know, my old job, I used to tell Jake, you know, that we're the true people of the Most High. We are the chosen people.
Yeah.
And the so-called Negro is the real Israelite, is the real Jew. But, you know, but them knuckleheads back then, them knuckleheads didn't want to, was marketing. And this is why judgment came upon that dude that marketed the situation. Because what happened was, you know, because he was in court, right? He was in court, right? He was driving, right? And what happened was that he ended up losing his license. He ended up having his license suspended for a year because of a crime that he did. And what happened was that the lawyer didn't even tell him. You know what I'm saying? His own lawyer didn't tell him what was going on. So it came as a surprise to him once he got to court. And he told his lawyer, he was like, "What? You didn't tell me?" Nah, of course the lawyer ain't gonna tell you because really they're really working against you, you dumbass.
He's a court-appointed lawyer, man.
That's right.
He works for the fucking court. He don't work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but all these lawyers, man, they'll work for themselves and the white man first before they work for you. At the end of the day, they still get paid, whether you go to jail or not.
That's right. But the thing is, he ended up going to jail. You know, and he was marking this thing too. I was trying to tell him like what the reason why we're going through what we're going through is because of the curses. Because even he said it himself. He was like, "Yeah, we're black men in America." Well, wait a minute. We're not black. We're different shades of brown. We're Israelites in America.
Wait a minute.
So I was trying to tell him this. I was trying to tell him like the so-called Negro, the so-called black man is the real Jew. He's the real Israelite. And he was like, "Yeah, so the black man's the real Jew, huh? The black man's the real Jew." You see that? So he didn't take heed. He didn't listen. So what ended up happening to him, he ended up, you know, the Lord ended up delivering, you know, him into the so-called white man's hands. Then he ended up going to jail, you know. But that's what you get for marking the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's what you get for marking your own inheritance, and for marking, you know, the prophet of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. See, you jakes, you don't want to take heed. You don't want to listen. You want to make mockery of this. You know, you're gonna get destroyed. You know. Ultimately, what's going to happen is that the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, is going to use the so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, against you. Your own enemy. He's going to raise up your own enemy against you. You know?
Yeah, the judgment of the Lord gonna be swift on all you niggas, man. The judgment of the Lord is gonna be swift. The scriptures say that the hand of the Lord is not short. You know what I'm saying? The hand of the Lord is gonna reach, and you can't escape it, man. The scripture saying in Sirach 16, it says that in the 12th and 13th verse, it says that it's a marvel if one sinner escaped unpunished, man. One sinner escaped unpunished. A lot of you niggas, you talk all kind of shit about this truth. You women, your man might be in the truth, you talking shit, or the man, you know what I'm saying? The woman might tell him, oh, look, I'm watching the videos, and then the nigga talking shit. Oh, I don't want you watching the Israelites. I don't want you, but I'm gonna leave you if you keep going out there teaching. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people are wicked as all fuck, man. And they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it bad, man. Because they hear the word. You know what I'm saying? When you hear this word, it's supposed to activate you. It's supposed to be like, oh, yeah. It makes sense. Look at this. It makes sense. If you want one of the elect, if your ass ain't of the elect, you dead. You know, you one of these people that's talking shit. You one of these dumbasses that's like Brett said, coming up against their own heritage. You would fight tooth and nail to save your oppressor.
That's right.
Like Calvin, like Samuel Jackson and Django.
Yeah, Stephen.
Like Stephen, yeah.
Yes.
They're like Stephen. He said, Calvin! Oh, Calvin! He said, no, Massa, no! Massa, no! You know, you niggas want to save your daddy, the white man. That's why the Lord said in John 8:44, you have your father, the devil, and unless of your father, he was a murderer from the beginning, and he abode not in the truth. You niggas, you love your daddy, the devil, man. You Mexicans, you Negroes, you Haitians, West Indians, you Cubans, Puerto Ricans, all you niggas, you all fear and tremble before the presence of the mighty white man. Oh, the white man's coming, you know. Just like what did Gad and Reuben do when Esau came over here? They had blankets for him and shit, picnics. Oh my God, the white man's coming. Oh shit, we gotta treat him like a king, you know. You know, the women over there getting ready to give them some boxing shit, you know. Like, yo, for real, this is how Jake feels towards their oppressors. They got Stockholm syndrome, and they look at him as a savior, man.
And what happened? What did the so-called white man do after you nursed the so-called white man back to health? What did he do to you, Native and Seminole Indians? He killed you. You know, he made you walk miles upon miles, you know.
Trail of tears.
Trail of tears. Put smallpox in the blankets. You know what I'm saying? Disease warfare.
Right, disease warfare.
You know, under that devil, what is his name? Jeffrey Emmers? That devil right there. You know? Disease warfare.
A small header.
That's right, man. That's what he did to you, so-called Native and Seminole Indians. You know. You nursed this devil back to health, and how did he repay you?
Stabbed right in your back.
You know, he repaid you with death. He stole the land from you. You know. He stole your land and made you and try to sell back the land to you that was already yours. There it is. He was selling you land that you couldn't even live off of. That's how much of a devil this man was to you tribes, you know, to you Native and Seminole Indians, you know. He was trying to sell you land that you couldn't live off of. Which it was your land anyway, you know. It was already your land anyway. But yet he was selling you the worst parts of the land.
Yeah, he'll come in there and say you don't have the deeds to the land. You ain't got the deeds, the paperwork, you know.
You know. He was selling you the worst parts of the land which you couldn't live off of. You know, you couldn't farm or till the land off of that land that he was selling you, and he knew this. You know, he wanted to try to starve you out as much as he can. But that's how much of a devil the so-called white man is. But yet our people still want to trust in this devil. Our people still want to believe in this devil. Still want to go to his colleges.
Serving his military.
You know, serving his military. You know.
Oh, there's a lot of nick cops. You see that? There's a lot of black and Latino cops, man. A lot of them want to go into the damn, put on a damn military uniform or be a cop. You know, you gotta be a dumbass. I'm gonna say this straight. I don't like one of you niggas that join the military and do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers came out of the force and whatnot. You know, yeah, you got certain exceptions to the rule, but you know what I'm saying? For the most part, any of you niggas that join the military, you know what I'm saying? You wanna serve this devil? We despise your ass. You know, we despise you because you ain't fucking right.
Right.
You want to serve under your daddy. You might as well put on a dress and be a sodomite. You just like them.
Oh, I serve my country. You don't serve
my
shit.
country. I died and bled for this country.
But yet, this country had you in slavery, right? The so-called white man had you in slavery, right? But you still want to go over there and try to fight for a land that's not even yours? You want to fight for a people that don't give a fuck about you? You come out of the military, you all bugged out, out of your mind, can't get no help.
Missing an eye, missing limbs. They didn't shot your rod off in the war. Now you ain't worth nothing, you know? What has the country done for you? Oh, America, what have they done for you? Hey, you know that ad, that Uncle Sam? He said, don't ask what America can do for you. Ask what you can do for America.
America.
Motherfuck America, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude that every single one of you so-called Negro Latinos supposed to have. You know? You're supposed to be tearing this place down. You're supposed to be against this place. But pretty soon you'll get ready to celebrate Juneteenth, thinking you free. Right.
Well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow you're gonna get ready to go out there and eat your pork and your lobster and your shrimp and smoke your weed at the park with your homeboys.
That's how much of a coon that you are, that you so-called Negroes are. You're nothing but a bunch of coons.
Bunch of coons. You're gonna put the American flag on your truck. You're gonna put it on the back of your truck. And you're gonna wear American flags and shit.
Like you're even more destroyed now. You're destroyed before they even announced that this shit was a national holiday.
Hey, look, our buddies, the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah.
Look at that. Look, they finally came out after like 6 months, man. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you Israelite groups, man. Some of you Israelite groups come out after 6 months, man. 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, and then you come back, take a break. You know what I mean? Some of you guys call yourself Israelites, call yourself prophets. You know, you call yourself men of the Lord, and you niggas are lukewarm as all hell about the work. You're just like a Christian. You're just like one of these Christians. You're not the true men of the Lord. You don't really live this, bro. You don't really, this is not your life. See, the difference between us and you is that this is our life. You niggas are part-time prophets, man.
Part-time lovers.
Part-time lovers, man. Okay? The Lord's not dealing with a part-time lover, man. The Lord is not dealing with part-time lovers, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is dealing with, the Lord said what? If you're lukewarm, he'll spew you out of his mouth.
That's right.
You know? You're in the spirit of these so-called Christians. You want to save America. You want to save your life in this place. You know?
So you really don't want to suffer, you know? And how you gonna make it in the time of Jacob's trouble? You know, where's your faith? Because the scripture says faith without works is dead, right?
Yeah.
You know? Because really, if you're not really doing the work to the fullest, you know, if you're not really putting your all into this work, you know, into doing the work, you know what I'm saying, then your faith is dead. You know? Because the scripture says you gotta be instant in season, out of season.
You don't fear the Lord.
Well, you're lukewarm, like the Lord said. You're not on fire. Because you got to be on fire for this thing. Your fire got to be lit. You know what I'm saying? Your fire you got to be on fire. You got to be burning for this. You know, if you're gonna take a hiatus, a winter hiatus, then you ain't on fire. You know, you're definitely not on fire. You know.
Let me get this right here. Hey, Luke chapter 21, Luke chapter 12 and 31. It says, "But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell all that ye have and give alms, and provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Let your loins be girded about, and your lights burning." You see? Your light's supposed to be burning. You're supposed to be on fire, man.
That's right.
And your loins supposed to be girded about with truth. You saying? Hey, Job 38:3, the Lord told Job, "I will require thee, show yourself a man, I will require of thee," man. You saying? So you come into this faith and really you showing yourself a man, you know? How you prove you're a man? You could lift up 750-pound dumbbells. You know what I'm saying? Or what do you call it? This gym shit. I don't even be into this gym shit, but you know the deadlift. You know what I'm saying? That makes you a man because you could do 50 pull-ups. Anybody could do that. But how many men are out there laboring for the Lord? Huh? How many of you fucking punks? Because that's what you are. A bunch of you punks. You know what I'm saying? You niggas are tough. But the scriptures say what? When they shall cry as a travailing woman, man. Man's hands on their knees. How I go? Let me get that. Because all these niggas think they're tough. Until all hell breaks loose, then we're gonna see who's tough and who's not tough.
That's right.
You know? They think they're hard macho men. You see them walking around. They say they even give us dirty looks when we're out here teaching. The word that's for their salvation. What is these niggas talking about? Talking about Israel? What's an Israelite? If you was out there handing out pork sandwiches, them niggas will look at you like you're doing something great for society. Wait, how many of these niggas have done anything for our people? Let's be real. All they do is drink, and be assholes all day long. And be terrible fathers, be terrible fucking fathers, terrible brothers, terrible, you know what I'm saying? What are they doing for our people? See, what you niggas don't understand, we're the true leaders of our people. You understand this? The prophets of the Lord are the leaders of the people, man. You fucking clowns out here playing with your leaders. That's why the Lord's gonna kill you, man. You're playing with the government of Israel, man. You see? Well, let's get that here. How it go?
Yeah, because really, at the end of the day, now's not the time to be lukewarm, you know. It's really, it's not the time to be lukewarm. You know? We're approaching, like, the days are going by fast. Look, it's already almost, what? You know, we're already at the end of the month, damn near, you know. Months are just flying. Like, time is literally just flying, you know. And like I said, like the first week of this month, you know, I said that it was going to be downhill, and really, you know, and it is.
So hey, next month they're gonna make the chip. They're gonna make the CBDC into fruition. The July 1st.
July 1st, yeah. So he's definitely making moves right now, because now he's seeing that his time is running out. Now he's starting to make some moves. He's making moves, and he has no choice but to make that move, because he's running out of time. You know. He sees his time flying now. He has to make that move, you know, and he's gonna make that move, pursuing the prophecy, you know. So he's starting to make moves now. Now he got to make that move, you know.
know that the Lord is returning soon. He see his time short, you know. So you got to speed this thing up. We ain't gonna be here until 2045, man. We ain't gonna be here until 2057, you know. This thing's gonna wrap up quick, man.
That's right.
One prophecy is gonna hit, then another gonna hit, then World War III, then we're gonna be out of here.
That's right.
The mist is gonna drop, then we're gonna be out of here. It's gonna be quick, man.
That's right.
The Lord said He's shortening the days for our sake. You know?
That's right. So now he's starting to make moves now. He's making the moves.
That's right.
So what? July is literally right around the corner.
13 days. 12 days.
Shit.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, bro.
2 weeks, man.
2 weeks away. And we just said this, right? Just like it was just like yesterday. We said this, you know.
Yeah, I get this real quick. Isaiah 13:19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited." It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian kings tent there, neither shall their shepherds make their foes there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry there in their desolate houses, and their dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come. Is the point. Her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
So what is our time? What does that talk about? It's talking about America. Our time is near to come, and our days shall not be prolonged. You know, the days are speeding up. The Most High is making the time short. You know, so our time is near to come. So these things are near to come. The MOTV, the C-hip is near to come. You know, martial law is near to come. The famine, the destruction is near to come. You know, all these stuff is near to come.
And her days is not going to be prolonged, meaning she ain't going to get an extra, she ain't going to get an extra 100 years. Oh, no. Give me a grace period, Lord. Before you destroy America, just give me a grace period. No, the Lord got an appointed day where He's going to destroy this place, and that's going to be it.
That's right. The scripture says, real quick, let me get that.
She's not going to get an extra day or extra week. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my affairs together and shit. Nah, it's just going to be it. The Lord has a cutoff point for Esau, man. He has a cutoff point. Second Ezra 6:9 said that Esau at the end of the world, Jacob at the beginning of it that followed it. You devils had your time. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, actually, the Lord actually gave you a little bit of when you read they say the NATO and the EU they had they had power with the beast 1 hour, which is 40 some odd years, right? 40 some odd years. Look at this. These women got their ass out, man. Literally, shit is sick. You know.
She probably got a man too.
Right, definitely dealing with somebody, and they got their ass out, man. But anyway,
you see, that's America, you know. And these women, they're gonna, a woman like that is gonna get grabbed up in that day, you know. No hesitation. Let's see her come out in the time of trouble, where there's no cops to call. The only reason why a woman can come out like that is because really, cops are around. But let's see her come out in that time where there's no cops to call. You know? Let's see a woman come out, half naked in the street, and you got all these ravaging wolves all over the place.
Yeah, you women, you leave little to the imagination, man.
And look at this woman coming up, this black woman right here.
You can see everything. You know what I'm saying? You can see everything. There's no decency no more, man. There's no decency in this society no more, man. You know what I'm saying? America then became like a big ass strip club. Everybody just naked. You know?
That's right.
Everybody just naked and just do what you want to do, man.
Do what thou wilt.
Do what thou wilt, man. You know?
When a man, what I'm saying, when they're walking out in the street late at night like that, and the man ends up grabbing them up, now they want to cry foul play. Now they want to cry wolf. You see, you put yourself out there like that, you know what I'm saying? Well, what do you expect?
what you expect, man?
You know?
What you expect?
What do you expect?
Then they blame the dude. Oh, this is the dude's fault, man. That's like blaming a lion because he ate. A lion, you go up in a lion's habitat and shit, and the lion rips your head off and eats your ass. Now you're gonna be mad at the lion.
That's right.
You know? Oh, the lion should have controlled himself, brother. The lion should have controlled himself.
But that's how.
It's in a man's nature to take a woman, man. That's why the law speaks about the rape.
Hey, during the time of Benjamin, when Benjamin had that war with Israel, and damn near almost Benjamin was almost wiped out. You know,
Little Benjamin.
that's why they were called Little Benjamin. But the decree, you know what I'm saying, the time when the women came out dancing or whatever, and you know, Benjamin, they just grabbed up the women and had sex with the women. You know, at first, you know, they gave like 400 women to the tribe of Benjamin that didn't know no man. You know, letting you know that, you know what I'm saying, back then there was order. Not like today where you get with a woman that's already that done already dealt with 10 men already. You know, back then there was order back then. You know, these men when they were little Benjamin, you know, the men of Israel, they gave Benjamin 400 women that didn't dwell with men, that didn't know men. What does that mean when it says they didn't know men? Meaning that they never had sex with a man. You know, they just gave it to the tribe of Benjamin.
They never seen a man's Peter whacker, man.
That's right.
Yeah, these women in this society, bro, they seen all kind of rods, bro. You know what I'm saying? The women that, like, you get with a woman, right? She's seen all kind of men, so she's comparing other men with you, even though she doesn't think about it, but she's doing it. She got other men's spirits inside of her, right? This society is out of order, man.
Yeah, out of order.
You know, it's out of order.
It's a disgrace.
Other men have seen your woman naked. Other men have put themselves inside of your woman. That's out of order, man.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It's out of order, bro.
That's abominable.
It's out of order, man.
But you know, this is what goes on in this society. You know, shit like that.
Completely out of order. In the ancient world, there wouldn't have been in the ancient world, in a righteous society, there wouldn't have been something where you go to dinner with a woman, right? In the ancient world, we wasn't doing that, but you know what I'm saying, going to dinner dates and all that shit, right?
No, we didn't have no shit like that.
We didn't have no shit like that. But let's say you did. You wasn't asking her how many men you've been with, because you would get a woman out of her father's house.
That's right.
You would get her out of her father's house, and she would have her tokens of her virginity, man.
That's right.
You know?
Here is an abominable.
Here it's like, what the fuck? You don't even know if you're dealing with a woman or not. You don't even know if that's an actual biological woman. Because they got all these surgeries where the woman could just transform herself into some, you know, or the man can transform himself. And these trannies, they look just like the women.
That's right.
You know?
And that's why America got to go down. But yeah, the Lord had appointed, you know what I'm saying, this place that He has appointed his bounds. So this is real quick, let me get this. This is Job chapter 14 verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. See? So the Lord had already done appointed your bounds so that you cannot pass. Your days are numbered. So when it's time for you to go down completely, you're gonna go down in that split second, right? That split second, you know.
You're gonna stay there.
So you're not gonna be able to buy any time or to extend your time. Nothing. There's not gonna be no time extensions because right now you're already on borrowed time already. Right now, you know.
You're on the Lord's time, man.
That's right.
You're on the Lord's time. The Lord is not going to extend you any more grace. He already gave you enough. You already got to mess up the earth. He ain't going to allow it to keep you. He ain't going to keep you in power and keep messing up the earth, messing up his people.
That's right.
You know? Messing up his environment.
So the Lord already appointed your bounds that you cannot pass. You know? So you ain't gonna be able to buy or add on to your time. Nothing. you're going to go down right that split second, you know, that the Lord appointed you to go down. So good riddance.
Yeah, the Lord requires your blood. Okay? The Lord requires your blood, as it says in what's that? What's that? It's Exodus 34. They say the land must be yeah, let me get that. Exodus 34 and 35. Exodus 35 and verse you know what I'm talking about, right? Is it 33? It said the land cannot be cleansed but by the blood.
Oh, that's Numbers.
Oh, Numbers
33.
Oh, Numbers 33. Yeah, Numbers 35 in verse 33 it says, and ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for the blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I the Lord dwell among the children of Israel. Yeah, the land over there in the land of Israel is defiled. Here is defiled. So this devil, his blood has to be spilled in order for the land to be cleansed and for the balance to be, you know what I'm saying?
Restored.
The balance to be restored. Yeah, because right now, this devil has not paid for anything that he's done. He hasn't paid for shit. What does this devil pay for? Look at him living comfortably, you know? He's living comfortably, deliciously, you know?
Off of the blood, sweat, and tears of our people.
Yep.
Really, off of our people. The blood, sweat, and tears off of our people. That's how this devil is living comfortably. But you see, his blood is going to be shed, you know?
There's no ransom. You devils can't pay the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know how you could pay somebody off, you know? Pay him off. You can't pay the Lord off. It's going to say, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
That's
But
right.
righteousness deliver from death.
The way you're going to pay is by your blood.
By your blood.
By your blood, sweat, and tears.
The Lord requires your blood.
That's right. That's how you're going to pay.
And don't say you're innocent. You're not innocent. None of you are innocent. You know, you so-called white people. A lot of you, you know what I'm saying, you'll be like, oh, well, I didn't do that. That was my ancestor. My ancestor put you in slavery. No, it was you and your people. It was you and your fucking people. Because you're benefiting off of this, white supremacy right now, right? You ain't going to revoke white supremacy and give everything back that you got. You ain't going to do that shit, man.
Yeah, you ain't going to do it.
You ain't going to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Let me give you my house, my car, my mansion. Let me give you all this land back. Let me move back to the caves in Petra, man. Let me go back there. You ain't gonna say that shit.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children and for the iniquities of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the faces of the world with cities.
That word slaughter is heavy, man. That's a slaughter, bro. A slaughter. You ever been to a slaughterhouse? It's nothing but a bloodbath everywhere. You know? Bloodbath everywhere, man. America's gonna be one big ass ritual sacrifice.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Lord's gonna make this one big ass altar.
That's right.
You know?
So we're gonna prepare slaughter for your children for the iniquities. Because really, you are your forefathers coming back, believe it or not, because there is a thing called reincarnation. Because you come back every 3 or 4 generations down the line, reincarnated by your fathers. So you are your forefathers coming back, and you are benefiting. So it is you.
Yeah, that's you.
So there's no way you getting away from this. All right, you can't get away from this. All right, because the Lord requires that which is past. So you can't say, oh, it wasn't me. It was you, because you are your forefathers coming back. All right, so nice try. All right, nice try.
Ooh.
You know? Nice try.
It says Job 20 and 10, it says his children shall seek to please the poor. Matter of fact, verse 9, it says, the eyes which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their good. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall ye down with him in the dust. Right. So his bones are filled with the sin of his youth. That didn't never change, man. You was the same devil that you were back then when you was Cain, when you was Esau, when you was what I'm saying? When you was all these different names that you go by. And when you was the Greeks, when you was the Romans, same spirit, same demonic energy. You know? Same bloody, thirsty devil. You know? Look at this devil, his movies, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at everything that he does. It's all about bloodshed. Blood, chaos, man. It's all about blood and violence, man. The scriptures say, deliver me from the bloody man, the violent man, who seeketh after our souls. This devil wants to have your soul, you know that, right? That's why he want to implement that chip. So he can put it in you and he can own your ass. He can own you as a digital slave. You're a slave, man.
So you want to take ownership of, he wants your mind, soul, and body.
Mind, body, and soul, man. Like Frankenstein.
That's right.
They want to create you like a Frankenstein-like creature, a cyborg-like creature.
Well, he is the Frankenstein.
Yeah, he's the Frankenstein.
You know, this devil is the Frankenstein. He's Dr. Doom. He's Dr. Doom and Frankenstein put together.
Dr. Victor Von Doom.
You know?
Yeah, because Esau's rulership spells doom for the planet Earth.
Yeah.
You know? It spells doom and gloom for the planet Earth. But our rulership spells righteousness and life on the planet, man.
That's right. But y'all want to look at us like we're doom and gloom. That when you hear us, y'all say, "Oh, y'all doom and gloom." Well, no, this so-called white man is doom and gloom. Look at what he's doing to the earth. All we're teaching is that, you know, this devil, he's going to go down. His empire, his kingdom is going to be destroyed by the spirit and power of our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's all we're doing, and our kingdom is coming up, which is going to be nothing but righteousness that's going to fill the whole earth. You know, that's what we're preaching about. No, we're about life.
Yeah, that's right.
But this devil, he's about death. He's doom and gloom. Because look at the pointy thing. Look at how many people are dropping dead off of that pointy thing. You know? But y'all looking at us like as we're the bad guys. As we're the ones that are preaching doom and gloom. You know? All we're doing is just prophesying the downfall of his society. Because there's no future within this devil society. Because that's all you see is doom and gloom in this society.
Depression.
You know?
Obesity.
You know, our mission statement is to bring out the truth. It's to let you know, our people know that they're the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, and to come back to the Heavenly Father, which, you know, many of y'all not. You know, y'all gonna be put to death right along with this devil. But the elect is gonna hear this word and wake up. You know, and to usher in our Lord Yahweh Shai to bring righteousness back to the earth. You know, that's what we're bringing, because the Lord, he's all about life and bringing life. You know, the Lord talks about everlasting life. You know, because there's not going to be no doom and gloom when our kingdom is set up, when the kingdom of heaven is set up. You know, except for Esau. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to be totally wiped off of the face of the earth, you know. So, you know, but other than that, there's not going to be no doom and gloom, you know, within our kingdom.
Yeah, this devil's gonna work like a dog and be destroyed. That's it. Work like a dog and be destroyed. That's your only purpose. That's gonna be your only purpose in the kingdom. We ain't gonna feel an ounce of sympathy for you damn devils.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna kick you around your ass and have you working. That's it. That's it. We ain't gonna get him some counseling help for his mental health. You know, what about his mental health?
Yeah, what is mental health?
What about his feelings? Fuck you.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be no feelings.
What the hell with you devils and your feelings?
Because he's gonna serve his 1,000 years of slavery, of hard-time bondage, and then he's just gonna be totally done away with after that. You know, that's just how that's gonna be. But, you know, but we're going to end it there. You know, we're going to wrap it up there. And we're going to give all praises and glories due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akwapadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to the Akim out there on the highways and byways, noise in this road abroad, all around the world. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Barakatam, Kwam, Yasha Allah, and Abba Ball.
Damn hot dogs things stink, man.